So yesterday I was working on my motorcycle because we have a road trip next week. Actually, this upcoming week we're leaving on Thursday, and we're going to Wisconsin. And then we get back, and I'm back for one day, and we're leaving on a motorcycle trip to Arkansas. My daughter and I were going to ride my bike. My brother's riding his bike with my nephew, and my oldest son is riding his bike. Well, I had a little mishap yesterday with a inner cam bearing, and a piece of that ended up in the crankcase. So there's no way I can get parts quick enough. I'm going to have to pull the front cylinder off the bike to fish that piece out of the crankcase. And if I can't do that, then I'm going to have to disassemble the entire engine and get that piece out of there. Anyway, I looked on Craigslist, I looked on Marketplace, try to find a motorcycle that I could buy for like $1,000 or $1,500, $2,000. And I did find a 83 Goldwing that's about an hour and a half from me. But after thinking about it, it just doesn't make sense to spend the money on that and have to insure it and get a plate and all of the things I have to do. So we're going to pivot, and my daughter and we're going to take the van. So we're going to follow along in the van. And so that means I got to get this thing back together where it can be driven. So today we're going to put carpet padding down. I'm going to put carpet in. I'm going to try to make an overhead console for the stereo and get a wired in. If I can't get, if I can at least get it assembled and get the wires to do it. I work the next 2 days at the firehouse, so I might be able to get a little free time in the evenings where I could wire it and make it work so we can at least listen to the radio on a road trip. So let's get to work. All right, so I've got a panel cut out for the overhead console. I need to get a hinge and some other hardware so I can get that up there. I got the seat sitting in here. I got to get some longer bolts because now with 3/4 inch plywood, padding, carpet, the bolts that I had holding this down are not long enough. We're also going to take this to the car wash and vacuum it out with a real good vacuum, because this is vintage carpet and I vacuumed the crap out of it with my vacuum, and I got a lot of stuff out of there. Gotta get some Febreze. It smells like vintage carpet, but I'm sure if we air it out, get some Febreze on there, that'll be a whole lot better. And then I gotta wire the stereo, put some speakers in. We'll be ready to road trip this thing. Hell yeah. The old door panels back in on the side door. I got this door all together. I'm still waiting on this weather strip and this weather strip, but it's not going to be here before we leave. So there's the door. We're going to put 6.5s in the doors, and I'm going to do the other door just like this when I have a minute. So we're going to do black and tan interior with this beautiful nacho cheese shag carpet. Hell yeah. Anyway, so I gotta go head up and hang out at the wife's grand opening, her new law firm They opened up a few months ago, but they're having an official grand opening today. So I'm gonna get a shower, shave, make myself presentable, head up there, and then on the way back, hit the hardware store and grab those pieces so I can hopefully have a stereo in this thing when we go on a road trip. All right, wish me luck. Hey guys, what's up? All right, so I got back from my wife's grand opening thing, and I thrashed on this van until long after dark. And here's what I got done. So I got the back seat in, it's bolted down. I had to get longer bolts. And then I whipped up this baby right here. So we got little pockets up here, put stuff in. Got the stereo, got 2 of my speakers. This, you know, we're gonna put more into this, but we're gonna have these 2 speakers here. I have 2 6.5s in the doors, and then I'm probably gonna make an upper rear console back here, and we're gonna put some 6x9s back there. Plus, I'm thinking the front of this seat, I might put a panel that goes all the way across from side to side, and we may mount some more speakers in here, maybe some subwoofers, a couple more 6x9s maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of the thought on the whole stereo. But my overhead console, I am really happy with the way this turned out. This is, you know, kind of all improvised, but man, it freaking is in here tight. Let me show you how I did this. So it is nice and tight. We've got barrel locks right here, and I was able to hook into these holes that are already there. In the middle, there's a hinge right here, and so I can unlatch this and fold it down, and that way I can get to all the wiring. I've had this Kenwood just kind of kicking around the garage. I may do a different head unit, but I know that this is a nice good stereo. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. Turned out pretty good. I still need to put like a partition on the inside right here to separate this from the speaker stereo area, so that, you know, when we put stuff in here, it doesn't just slide around and get lost. But that's what I worked on yesterday. That was the big thing. So yeah, I'll be able to take this Thursday when we're going on a road trip. So I'm going to try to clean this thing up a little bit more. I still got to wire in power to the stereo. I'm going to do that today. And while I'm at it, I'm going to wire in power to the vent fan that's back there. And try to get the windshield trim pieces in. And whatever else I can get done today. So that's the plan. But that's the video for now. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. I know I didn't talk much, but I don't know. I was just thrashing, trying to get stuff done. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.